Welcome back, viewers. Today, we're diving into the fascinating topic of how pornography and other activities can affect dopamine levels in our brains. Dopamine, often called the feel-good neurotransmitter, plays a crucial role in our motivation, pleasure, and reward systems. Let's start by understanding how dopamine works. When we engage in activities that are pleasurable or rewarding, such as eating delicious food or participating in exciting events, our brain releases dopamine. This release of dopamine reinforces our behavior and motivates us to repeat it. However, some activities, like pornography, have the potential to hijack this natural reward system. The explicit content found in pornography can trigger an intense release of dopamine in the brain. Studies have shown that the surge of dopamine experienced during pornography consumption can be much higher and faster than what we would typically experience in everyday life. This artificial spike in dopamine can lead to a range of effects on our brain and behavior. It is widely known that activities like pornography can have a negative impact on real-world romantic and sexual interactions. The accessibility and intensity of pornography can shape our neurobiological mechanisms in such a way that it becomes harder to achieve the same level of dopamine release through subsequent interactions. This can lead to challenges in real-world relationships for those who regularly indulge in pornography. When someone becomes addicted to a drug or an activity that triggers high levels of dopamine release, the baseline level of dopamine drops after the activity is over. This depletion of dopamine can make a person feel lousy, and many individuals mistakenly believe that pursuing the same dopamine-releasing activity again will bring them back to their previous peak. However, this only leads to further depletion of dopamine and a lower baseline level. This pattern is often seen in addiction, where people no longer experience pleasure and may even develop severe depression. But it's not just pornography that can affect dopamine levels. Engaging in multiple activities throughout the week that trigger dopamine release, such as excessive use of social media, video games, gambling, and even substance abuse, can also have similar effects. Drinking, eating certain foods, and exercising can also lead to a progressive drop in baseline dopamine. This can result in feelings of burnout and a lack of energy, even in individuals who lead what may seem like a balanced life. Dopamine is the currency of craving, motivation, desire, and pleasure, so it's important to understand how the peaks and baseline levels of dopamine influence each other. By making conscious choices to maintain a healthy dopamine baseline and still experience those peaks of motivation and desire, we can enhance our overall well-being and life progression. Over time, excessive pornography consumption can lead to a phenomenon called desensitization, where the brain becomes less responsive to normal dopamine triggers. This can result in individuals needing more explicit or extreme content to achieve the same level of pleasure. Moreover, the overconsumption of pornography can also interfere with the brain's reward circuitry. It may affect the balance of other neurotransmitters, such as serotonin, which can contribute to mood disorders like depression and anxiety. So, how can we protect ourselves from the potential negative effects on our dopamine levels? It starts with awareness and moderation. Limiting our exposure to explicit content and setting healthy boundaries around our digital habits is crucial. Engaging in a variety of fulfilling activities, such as physical exercise, hobbies, or spending quality time with loved ones, can help to maintain a balanced dopamine system. Seeking support from professionals, such as therapists or counselors, can also be beneficial for individuals who may be struggling with excessive pornography consumption or other addictive behaviors. Remember, dopamine plays a vital role in our well-being, motivation, and pleasure. By being mindful of our behaviors and making conscious choices, we can ensure that our dopamine levels remain in balance. That's all for today's episode. I hope you found this exploration of how pornography and other activities can affect dopamine levels insightful. As always, thank you for watching, and don't forget to take care of your brain and yourself. And yes, please subscribe this channel. If you love our content, please like our video and share it to your loved one. Bye bye. See you next time.